Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Liquid's turn to ban. Seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Liquid's turn to pick. Seconds remaining.
Hello! It is time for another game of Dota 2. We are in the Boston Major European
remaining.
Qualifiers. And it is Imperial versus Team Liquid. I'm Shiva here with Gods and Gods.
Team pick.
Imperial haven't won a single game yet.
0 and 3. It's a rough start. It's going to be a bit demoralizing.
That's going to be a rough one.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like a good position for Liquid because yeah, they're 0-0, but you're versing a team who's had a bad start. So you come into your first match, you're not versing another team who's fresh. You're versing a team who's had a bit of a rough day. You've got to see their games, see what they've been picking, had time to prepare, and we'll see how much that helps Liquid, because Liquid has been pretty crummy lately. They've not had a good couple of weeks.
I think that a lot of their fans are slightly disgruntled by their recent results. And I think that the qualifiers, this is the time where we're going to see if some of their losses might just be them trying out new things, or if it really wasn't going well with the entire team. So it will be an interesting game for sure, and definitely one that can set the tone for Liquid doing well in this qualifiers, because they still have the potential. And Imperial's going back to their roots, opening with the Centaur.
Dang, that's bold. It's only like
very bold.
It's just a first pick Ogre. Like Ogre reveals nothing, and they're like, here, let's reveal everything. Our entire strat. Centaur. I mean, by entire strat, I just mean like their carry and their mid, but that's still a lot of information to give away this early on.
Yeah, you were saying earlier that if you're going for a Centaur, then in the safe lane, which is what Imperial is probably going to do. They have been playing Ace as a Centaur safe lane. You want to have a mid that can transition into being a core physical damage dealer, and I'm not sure if OD is that hero.
He's close. He's not way better than Warlock, which was the hero they had last time. He's at least a carry style mid hero.
Yeah.
Doesn't do physical damage, but can do a lot of burst damage, does right click pretty hard. And Liquid immediately pick up lifesteal in the first phase. This is a key hero against the Centaur, because the way it's played in Ace's hands is he gets huge amounts of HP. He gets up to like 4k HP when he hits the Vanguard plus heart timing. And that's where lifesteal, his feast is just amazing because it's percent-based damage. And lifesteal against a Centaur. So lifesteal is like a direct counter to the carry Centaur in that way.
I mean, that's gonna throw Imperial off a bit. Surely.
Yeah, it's also something it's like in some ways you almost have to think you got to expect it if you're first staging a Centaur. It's also Matu's like top 2, top 3 heroes. So
and it's regardless in this entire meta, the lifestealer has been having a high priority for a lot of teams.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if Imperial could even throw a curveball and run like an offlane Centaur, if that's something they would ever consider. Maybe they intentionally first stage pick the Centaur to try and mislead Liquid, when it's really going to just be like an offlaner. And then they draft around it being a safe lane Centaur, and then 5th pick comes out, boom. Instead of an offlaner, they pick a carry. That could be the play.
So we still have Sand King in the pool.
Yes, thank you. I mean, yes. That's love. It's kind of weird. It's still like, I mean, you pick OD Centaur first too. There's so many heroes that got ignored. Shadow Demon got ignored. Sand King got ignored.
Yeah. Io.
Drow. Oh no, Drow got banned. Never mind. So Drow's io got ignored. Imperial just picked so peculiarly that often heroes they think that shouldn't be ignored get ignored.
Well, we'll see if maybe they still pop up so far. I mean, the Oracle removed from the pool. I don't blame him for that one. It's just
5 seconds
an annoying
remaining.
hero to deal with if you're going on someone. You don't want that saved, and especially if you have a lifestealer that has like this
Reserve time.
key moment when he is in rage. That's the time where you want to do most of your damage. That's the time where you want to fight. Oracle can just use one spell, and during your entire rage, you're not really doing that much. So, good ban. And Razor, I mean, they just want to ban out heroes that are good against OD mid.
Yep.
Invoker, Razor. Fair enough.
Liquid's turn to ban.
Really. So Team Liquid, one of the problems that we've seen from them is that they are going for... First of all, they're going for some unconventional heroes to... they're giving them to Miracle.
That's right.
10
And
seconds
also,
remaining.
Mind Control has been struggling on that offlane a bit. And whether that was due
5
to laning
seconds
or
remaining.
due to... I mean, people have been saying communication issues or tilting. He is a
Reserve
very emotional player. We don't really know, but we'll see. Well, that's gonna get some extra attention in this game, at least. And it looks like Liquid is expecting this also to be a centaur core, indeed. The ban is still ban out the Sand King.
For now, I think it's obviously what your first thought should be is that prepare for a carry Stanking, but by the time you get to that 5th pick, if Imperial pick up 2 supports now,
10
Liquid have to at least
remaining.
consider the possibility of an offlane Centaur. But still, Lifesteal is a good pick even against the offlane
5
Centaur.
seconds
He's
remaining.
got a very long cast time on the hoof stomp, so you can almost always rage dodge that if you're good at
Reserve
Dota.
time.
With Matu, I hear he's pretty good at Dota. So Imperial, whether it's a core or an offlane, either way, the Lifesteal is a hero they're going to have to worry about dealing with. See what the plan's going to be for now. At this point, you're just trying to secure some of your standard supports. They get the Dazzle for now.
Liquid's turn to
Rise has
pick.
played a lot of Dazzle.
Yep.
It's a solid support. Really nothing much to say about the Dazzle. Ignite's gonna be tricky to deal with, as it has a pretty long duration, longer than the Grave one, I think.
10 seconds
Yep.
remaining.
So we need to have that heal, not just the Grave.
5 seconds remaining.
For Team Liquid, I mean, you already said it. Picking up an Oracle life, or sorry, an Ogre
Reserve
Lifestealer doesn't
time.
really give anything away at all. So
No.
they can use Oracle, or sorry, Ogre again for just harassing mid, harassing bottom, harassing top. They can do whatever they want.
Maybe want to pick up a mid here that benefits from the Bloodlust is one of the main considerations. But again, don't even have to play a Bloodlust style of Ogre. You can go for the max Ignite, 1 point in Bloodlust, and just have a more, I guess, tempo controlling mid like your Puck, your Rubik. It's Miracle after all. Who knows what it can bust out.
Disruptor.
But for now, they'll pick up the support.
Dire
So it's good
team
laning one.
pick.
Not a team that we normally see pick up Disruptor. We've seen a lot of Disruptors in the CAS scene and on Alliance, but that's about it. I like it.
The silence is decent against the OD. Wondering if they're going to go into a Slada
10 seconds
Lifestealer
remaining.
duo, because Disrupt is very good with Slada, so this makes me think their 4th pick is going to be
5
Slada
seconds
for
remaining.
Mind Control. It's also one of his better
Yeah.
heroes. Because Disruptor, like with Lifestealer, I mean, again,
Reserve
it's a
time.
decent support, has good laning presence. Doesn't heavily counter any of Imperial's heroes by any means. Pudge.
Liquid's turn
Yeah.
to pick.
Here we go. I think
we've
Zoya normally
seen
plays
it.
this. Yeah, at least one game of them.
Yeah,
Either in Kiev at WESG or
I think it was this week still.
Dreamleague. There was a lot of Pudge from Alliance at Dreamleague.
Yeah,
10
So
seconds
2 games
remaining.
of them playing the Pudge.
and the Pudge has to have a
5
big
seconds
impact as well. I
remaining.
mean, that's... If you don't have a big impact as a Pudge, you're kind of... Like, you pick him up because of the hook. Right?
Yep.
That's the main reason there.
Definitely, yeah, that's your bread
It's
and butter
very good
Pudge.
against a Lifestealer.
True.
Your rage doesn't mean anything anymore. You can dismember through it. You can hook through it. Let's see the answer of Team Liquid.
If someone gets hooked, you can still instantly break the Dismember as a Disruptor though, because your Glimpse is such a low cast rate, so it's hard to follow up hooks with Dismembers, but I guess the hero's still out of position, so even cancelling a Dismember doesn't save their life. So, 4th pick for Liquid. Is it going to still be the Slaughter? I could lean that way, but maybe
I
there's
mean,
something else.
It's good against Pudge as well. If you get hooked, you can just get a crush and you're home free.
Dire team
Just sprint away.
Slaughter.
Good
No
call.
big surprise. Disrupt is kind of like the giveaway there, I guess, for the most part.
So for last picks, we are missing a miracle hero.
Yep.
And we are
10
missing
seconds
a well,
The Centaur.
either Hester Joe or Ace Hero.
5 seconds
Most likely
remaining.
has to do it, but
Yeah.
again, I feel like the Centaur. The one time I saw the
Reserve
Centaur
time.
pick fail the hardest when Imperial played it was against Alliance, and I think it was a Slaughter Jug that game where they had amp damage Omni Slash and Centaur got owned by the physical damage. Slaughter Lifestealer wrecked Centaur, so
Yeah.
if anything you want to play like a utility offlane Centaur with like Blink 4 stuff,
Liquids
go for
turn
the
to
utility
bad.
items rather than the Heart of Tarrasque and those big items. I would feel a lot more confident about Imperial's draft with an offlane Centaur right now. I think the carry Centaur just does not work.
If you would go for an offlane Centaur, which core would you like to see with it?
So
10
what are they
seconds
looking
remaining.
for? Laning wise, they're lane strong regardless. They've got
5
the dazzle
seconds
there.
remaining.
Yeah.
You're versing you. It depends on the mid of liquid really. Like right now, all you know is they've got the lifestealer core,
Reserve time.
kind of low armor hero. You want something that can either be ranged and take advantage of the lifesteal that way, like a Terrorblade style hero, or you want to go for maybe like a
Liquids turn to
Jug
pink.
could be okay because you just Omni Slash and deal with lifesteal pretty well that way. But it is ace. He plays some unconventional heroes himself. Not too sure what. But
10
Brood still in
seconds
the pool.
remaining.
Ace actually
Oh.
also plays the Brood. It's weird because they're one team who plays the Brood on their
5
mid player and their
seconds
carry player, but not. I don't think I've seen Hester play it.
Me neither,
Reserve
actually,
time.
as the offlane player.
Yeah. What a what miracle hit off.
You need to move the microphone a little bit closer, otherwise you
sorry.
cut off.
Templar Assassin.
And there's Templar Assassin.
Whoa, a lot of
Fire
physical
team
damage.
Loads of physical damage.
Armor here, high armor heroes is what you're thinking. Morphling could come into consideration. Morphling and Terrorblade are the two that stand out to me. Heroes with lots of armor that don't just get blown up instantly by the initiation. It's
10
Morphling
not
is
a,
good, though.
it's surely not a game for a carry Centaur. I think that's just like a losing
5
recipe.
seconds remaining.
They can't, but they can't. They
Sven?
pick up.
Sven could be really good, perhaps.
Reserve
Sven
time.
Dazzle, Warcry.
Yeah.
Please just don't run a carry Centaur Imperial. Do it for my sake, for my sanity. I don't want to see a carry Centaur here.
10 seconds
Isn't
I
it-
love the carry Centaur, but just not this game. Everything about this draft is to counter the
5
carry
seconds
Centaur.
remaining.
You've just outdrafted them. Pick a different carry. No, they're gonna do the carry Centaur.
Uh,
Oh,
okay,
I
what's
thought
the
they
peak
were on
time of
some
Team
next
Liquid?
level things, but maybe not. What was that, sir?
What's the peak time of Team Liquid? Are they a mid-game team?
They're not an early game team. I mean, mid game, yeah. With Blink Dagger Slaughter is really their timing. You get the Blink on Slaughter. You've got the Infest bombs. You find kills around the map. Miracle himself gets a Blink, perhaps, and then the next big timing is like the Blink plus Desolator on the TA.
Yeah.
So it's mid game oriented, whereas Imperial, you can do perhaps a little more in the early game if Pudge gets rolling, but not easy by any means. Oh, excuse me, that's Fanta coming back up. Both teams are very reliant on their blink dagger, so like the axe as well. He's kind of the tempo controller on the side of
10
Imperial
seconds
as well.
remaining.
So getting his blink dagger up could be big.
5 seconds remaining.
Why would you pick up Centaur first? Okay. Player with the most D wards by 15 minutes. Kuro?
Be Bulba more likely by Bulba or Rise, I guess. Depends which team.
We're going for Bulba.
Yeah, Bulba's he's a Dota nerd.
Total number of trees destroyed. We have no timber saw in the game.
What a
People
great
eat
question.
tango, so it's just gonna be 0 to 50.
So 10 heroes, let's say they each go 4 apiece. That's 40. Will it be? It might be over 50 if there's 3 heroes that get 2 sets.
But there's no spells that destroy trees.
TPs could.
TPs could.
I feel like the 51 is it's one of the first 2. I don't know which though.
Well, we're going for this one. We're going for a lot of TPs into trees.
Yeah, TPs in the trees. That's like 2 trees on a TP. It is 30 minutes, so yeah, I think 51 for this day.
0 to 2 project kills?
Yeah, I guess so.
I haven't been wrong with that one yet, I
Why
guess.
not?
Total number of teleport stuns by 25 minutes.
Oh,
There's a
I'll leave that
lot.
up to
There's a
you.
few disables.
I'll leave that one up to you.
1 or 1. We're going for 1.
It'd be 0, 1, or 2, I think.
Yeah,
I don't see it being like 3 plus. I think
No.
0 or 1 is the good number to go for.
we're going for 1. Okay, got that going for us. Waiting for the teams to give the ready sign. Let's take a look at who's playing what. We have Ace, of course, on his Centaur, Rise on the Dazzle, Axe by Hester Joe, Baby Knight on the OD, and Pudge by Noya. That's everybody on the side of Imperial, and then on the side of Team Liquid, Matuma Man on, as you mentioned, is one of his famous heroes, Lifestealer. Nice set as well. Miracle Templar Assassin, we got Bulba on the Disruptor, Mind Control on the Slardar, and Kuroki on the Ogre Magi. That is everybody, and we are paused, and we do not know why. Toilet.
WC. Yep. And they're back.
And they're
Good
back.
timing as we finish our intro. So, probably standard lanes coming out from the two teams. Don't expect anything crazy here. I guess big questions are whether Mind Control even tries to lane or just goes straight jungle with an Iron Talon. I'd almost suggest, given some of his recent games, that he may just go Iron Talon level 1 and say, let's screw it. I don't want to go to lane. I'd rather just Iron Talon jungle. And on the Imperial side, it's the Axe, whether he actually tries to lane or just goes Iron Talon jungle himself. And that kind of is more a question as to how much help he's going to get. Is Pudge going to be helping the bottom lane? Is Dazzle, or is Dazzle just helping up the top lane?
This Pudge was, by the way, he was so fast.
What?
Didn't get scouted out, got this board out. I don't think they'll know it's there because Bulba thinks he cleared the area. Maybe. Well,
TP in and get there in time, so.
yeah, pretty nice, nice rotation. Okay. So, for Imperial, I feel like the pressure's on them. In terms of performing. They have to make this Centaur work. We saw it already earlier today where the Centaur was just a big ass meat shield, but nobody was hitting the shield.
Yep, that's kind of what seems to be a trend now with the Centaur pick for them. Like, teams have seen it. It's no longer a surprise. Teams almost want them to play the Centaur in some games, and
I mean, if you're Matuma Man, you want to hit the Centaur, it heals you.
that's true. If you ever get low, just turn and hit him, but you also just do so much right-click damage to him because of the bonus damage there.
Are you going for an entire different item build if you know that there's a Lifestealer in your game if you're a Centaur?
Possibly. I feel like... Whoa! It's already 18?
It's already 18!
Whoa, where are those 18 trees destroyed?
How do we see it?
I mean, I guess there was some TPs out at level 1, but they wouldn't have killed that many trees.
TP went
I think
here,
there's
no
TP
trees there.
Where did the Pudge see the TP bottom or mid? Okay.
That's 4? Right?
18 trees to chop down. I don't know about that. Volvo mats.
How did that happen?
Well, I'm feeling better about our guess now. It definitely won't be the 0 number.
That's, wow.
Oh, Axe is Iron Talon. He's probably just spamming it.
Oh.
Did Slardar also have Iron Talon?
Hello.
Oh yeah, there we go. What about Slardar?
Stop doing that! Joe, please!
No, the window's pretty good. It was like 51 to like 150 or something.
175, yeah.
175. Oh,
Okay.
I think Slardar and Axe are just spamming Iron Talon. What kind of happened? Oh,
Slardar
Slardar,
doesn't
no, he
have
doesn't
one.
have one. He's actually laning, so he's feeling good about his chances up there.
Okay, so they leave the bottom lane open. This means Lifestealer is free farming. They get an Ogre Magi visiting them in the jungle, but I don't think he's able to do anything at all. And with level 1 hook, that's just not that great.
Yep. Not good. He's not going to win this right-click battle. Kuro takes
He is not.
literally no damage there. That was not a good idea for Noya to even try and I mean, cancel the clarity, sure, but then as soon as you cancel it, run the hell away. Don't stand your ground and keep trying to fight him. Okay.
How do you feel this mid lane is gonna go? Miracle versus Miracle Templar Assassin versus Baby Knight OD.
TA Light Edge, it's Miracle as well, so I think Miracle just mechanically is going to be the stronger player. Baby Knight's much more like a strategic player in the mid lane. He's very consistent, but I think Miracle's a player who will win this matchup against him because of hero and just mechanics.
Fair enough. Let's see if that will come true. So far, so good though. It is indeed 9 for 4 for the Templar Assassin and 5 for 2 for the OD.
Pudge in the neighborhood, but again, this Soga's just set up camp. He knows that Axe kind of wants to jungle, so he's trying to get it annoying up there. But Axe has now shown himself bottom, so looks like that'll lead to Ogre either helping out mid lane or even rotating down bottom. He needs to find a new place to make himself handy.
I thought Axe versus Lifestealer was pretty decent.
Pretty decent, yeah. It's the disruptor factor, I guess, where he can kind of zone you out pretty well just by himself. And Axe is one of those heroes that the decision whether to go to the offlane or go jungle isn't all about whether you're going to get zoned from the offlane, because you farm just as fast, if not faster, in the jungle. So sometimes you just say, I'm going to go jungle just because I know it's going to work out fine.
This is going very fast.
It's at 30 minutes too. Don't worry, they're not going to keep buying Tengos and chopping down.
I hope not.
There's no Timber Stall, you know. How many trees on the Dota map actually go down? I'm glad we didn't choose. If we chose 0 to 51, we would have looked like idiots, though.
Lost by 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Well.
I somehow didn't think about Quelling Blade. I don't know why about for that. Or 9 talent.
Yeah, but even if you do, you're not gonna clear every tree.
Yeah. And after after like the early jungling stage, you stop down trees. But it's also Matu with a Quelling Blade, so he'll be chopping down trees here and there. Some of those things a lot of carry players just kind of spam the item just to make paths through the jungle, or even just to get their APM going, keep their fingers warm.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Actually, no, he has to now constantly use his Iron Talon on creeps rather than on trees. So we're good there. Yeah,
it's pretty good there. Using on trees doesn't give you the long cooldown though. You use on a tree, it's short cooldown. He got this kill. Doesn't look like it. But he's punishing Baby Knight.
Oh, he's level 2 now. I think they can actually kill him.
Yeah?
Refraction will get kicked off real
just
fast.
hold his ground and fight. Miracle realizes he hasn't really got a good escape plan, so
he
he's
can
gonna
get the kill too! Oh my god, they get the first blood on Miracle. Sure, I mean he dies, but Miracle getting first blood is definitely very nice. Baby Knight will end up dropping as well. Another kill going away of Team Liquid. Maybe Joe can turn this around. He will indeed with the help of Rise. So 2 for 2. But it was Miracle that got the first blood credit.
Yep. And first blood means even more gold in his pocket, so even better kill because of that.
That went a little bit different than what Imperial was intending to have happen. I mean, that's just Pudge being very squishy. It was on level 2, so...
Yeah. 1 armor hero against a TA, physical damage.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Not gonna end well for you. Matu free farming away, his life stealer gonna be having a happy time. Phase, Blightstone, all the basic items you need as a life stealer just to function, and no one can really come... Axe can't really come to this lane now that life stealer is gonna be level 6 with the basic items he needs to zone out here.
Okay, well, Bulba roaming around as well. Level 4 for him right now. Doing pretty decent. Able to get his levels on the creeps. In the meantime, there's an Ogre just punching Joe, and actually, Kuroki has to be very careful. There's a call available, and he's standing in Rot as well, getting hooked, and that is a dead Ogre Magi.
Yep.
And they let Noya get the kill.
No escape for him. Axe will hit level 6 after this. Curious to see if he just focuses entirely on farming up a Blink Dagger, or if maybe he looks to smoke with a teammate. Because you've got Stampede on your team, you can actually Stampede in and use the Axe to fight around the level 6 timing, rather than having to wait entirely for the Blink Dagger. I think Imperial want to play a little bit more aggressive, as opposed to just playing pure passive farming mode.
I think that's what that previous game with the Centaur taught them, if anything.
Yep.
You gotta keep moving, gotta keep being aggressive, and being the one that is making the plays and determining the tempo. And I say that, Baby Knight's actually having a little bit of an issue here. He uses Astral, he does get 2 teleports to help him out. One hooks him away out of danger, the other heals him up soon. I think it was Noya off instead.
He's side-blading off of the deny creep. That's so good from Miracle.
Very nice. Nice Astral as well, keeping Noya safe. Still looking for the side blades for Miracle there, but nobody will actually die. The attempts were made though, and another teleport made as Joe comes back into the jungle. Astral is actually pretty good to combine with the Axe, but the stun will make sure he won't get the call off. Maybe the body block Rise? Looking for that body block, gets it as well. Oh, the call is still off though. And he's not getting it in mind control now, coming in. Has got the crush on 2, gets a dazzle there first. He does have the grade for himself, but I don't think that's gonna make a difference. He does not have a heal available, throws out his last bit of mana. Oh my god, they let him live.
They want to chase that one, and they didn't have any real good range damage to chase him down with. The Ignite had worn off at that point, so...
Yeah. Very lucky for Rise, I feel. But good for Imperial. Again, nobody dies.
Yeah, nobody dies. It is still Matu
Dire's
free farm.
structures
It's
are
like a Centaur versus Lifesteal free farm, so you can't just say,
Dire's
oh, Lifesteal's free
bottom
farming.
tower is
It's bad for Imperial. But this one, they're Centaur free farming, which is,
Dire's bottom
for them,
tower
it's always the
has
game
fallen.
plan. They like having this Centaur free farm away. They don't worry too much about trading farm, even when it's a traditional carry,
Dire's
like a
middle
Lifesteal
tower
farming
is
against their
under
Centaur. They
attack.
say, nope, this is our plan. This is what we want to do. So the equal trades in mid lane basically means that as far as Imperial are concerned, their draft is kind of going how they want it to be going. From a kind of my perspective, I'm not sold that the carry Centaur is going to work as well this game as it has other games.
It's gonna be a tough one for sure. So looking at Imperial, they got that axe, the fairly greedy axe if you put the Pudge down bottom, but yeah, axe is getting his levels, he is getting his farm, he is
something.
focusing on Blink Dagger. What?
Sure, got a D ward. He's winning the D ward battle.
Oh, was that it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You even said Kuro, and I told you to change it.
it's okay. I believe Boba's not gonna let me down.
Sorry, yeah, we still got time.
How long do we have?
15, okay.
Oh, 6 minutes.
Yeah. Normally you don't
Dire's
expect the
middle
melee hero to
tower
D
is
ward.
under attack.
Yeah, normally that is indeed the case, but he has the wards giving Boba the freedom to go for some other items, including the Wind Lace. They know. Baby Knight drew on the minimap. They're very well aware there's two people sitting right next to his tier 1 tower. Nice scan as well
Dire's
from the
middle
Radiant. They
tower is
know
under
that
attack.
the OD is there.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, they knew that the OD was there, and then the OD teleported out.
Like, both teams seem to realize exactly what was going on.
Yep, with the Stampede in, they want to go for the Slark. Mind control. Oh, he gets a crush up before the Centaur does, and that should be enough for him to get out. Oh, fortunate. Unfortunate for Imperial.
Radiant's top tower is under
Unfortunate, but also misexecution. You
Yeah.
have to pre-cast your stun. So Slider's stun has a shorter cast time than Centaur's, but you make up for that by starting your path before the Astral ends. Nice hook, but Bulba will still get a kill from Matu, and Matu thinks about turning to 2, but knows there's a grave, so he's not going to go diving for that.
In the meantime, was that all the kills that happened? I guess so.
1 for 1
And
there.
so just Runes picked up. Okay. Miracle. Gonna find himself maybe in a bit of trouble, but oh, what's he doing? He doesn't have a TP. I guess he still didn't. They didn't think that they see him, which they didn't. So it's all good. 2 towers already down on the side of Imperial. It seems like Team Liquid is doing quite okay on lanes as well. Surely Imperial will feel comfortable with their Centaur Warrunner free farming, but at some point, and at what point, do they have to start worrying about Team Liquid?
I think it's a very early point where they start getting probably the Blink Dagger on the Slider. They can play very fast tempo. They'll just start blinking around, getting kills with the Infest Bomb. At that point, Lifesteal's going to have at least an Echo Saber to go with his armlet, maybe even the working towards a Desolator. It's going to be very scary to deal with. So it's going to, for now, be kind of a slow pace from Liquid. They'll take what kills they can get with Matu getting involved, but more than anything, they just want to get some objectives towers to build towards those Blink Daggers.
Oh,
Misses.
yeah, very close, but misses indeed. In the meantime, open wounds up top. Wants to go for the OD, realizing that there's a lot of people behind there, and the Stampede is used. But Timberman does have an infest, but there is first an Astral Imprisonment, just trying to get away afterwards. In the meantime, it is Ogre Magi that is found, and Lifestealer is sitting in one of the dire creeps, and they know.
They know, but I think killing it's just not possible at this point.
They just want to go for the tower, but there will be another rage up once the Lifestealer jumps out.
Yep.
And better yet, he can at some point just control and run away, but
Okay.
this
They
works
managed
too.
to get the Lifestealer creep in front with some nice lane manipulation, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Like, he had another rage. Killing him wasn't going to really be possible. They used the Stampede already. Let's just try and take this top tier 1 tower, but Liquid are there ready to maybe pounce.
Yeah, there's a Blink Dagger up on Miracle. He's looking for a target. Here comes a Glimpse, Static Storm, Static Field, Kinetic Field. There you go. Astro Joe's just getting a little bit of harassment. Namatuma comes in. Astral will keep him safe for a little while longer. But how long will that actually last? Not very long, that's for sure. Disruptor actually
Raven
is the
died
last
so
two.
fast. Jeez.
Yeah, I was a little bit too much there as Rise. He might have to grave himself. He did grave himself. There comes the Ignite though, and that should be enough to kill him. 2 kills already for Team Liquid as Imperial is on the run. Ace healing up a Tumor with his always life that he has, and the rest teleports out. Clever, because in terms of control for teleports, there is not that much that was still available. It's not already used.
Dire's middle tower is
I think Liquid is doing pretty well for themselves.
Absolutely. Their carries are farming better, they're finding the key kills. Slider's not doing amazing by any means, but he's on par with the Axe as far as farm goes. They'll hit a similar blink timing at this rate, and you're not expecting like a maybe 13-minute blink anyways on your offlane Slider. He didn't get much help this game, he was just off on his own, so considering he actually contested the lane, went for the poor man's shield build, this has been a very good showing from Mike as well here.
Yeah.
But, Liquid as a whole are doing well. They're taking towers and objectives. They're going to hit the blink dagger timings, and they can actually snowball super hard with a blink Slider now.
They do have a blink dagger on the Axe now. Imperial does. That is, and that's their like first step to making a difference. But Tumorman is getting all the D wards.
I guess he just KS'd them with his Iron Talon. It
Yeah.
looked like he was around when they were pushing. I don't think anyone was going to predict that one.
Oh. Well, I guess, you know. Oh. 2 observers.
Ouch.
Ouch.
The Imperial had thrown off a bit, perhaps, communicating
Yeah.
not as well as they maybe normally would. Well, Liquid
There's a
will be
blink
feeling
dagger.
good about this game.
This is the sword that I use as well. It's pretty good.
That's a good looking Stardust set.
Yeah.
The key thing being that it hides most of his model.
Yeah. That
don't wanna
seems
see
to
that
be the
model.
common theme for a starter.
Yeah, a good Stardust
But-
set, cover up as much as there as possible.
It's been an entire different skin. Okay. Bulba is the bait. We
Yep.
got TA backing up. I mean, Bulba is a fairly obvious bait, I guess, because the rest is missing from the map. There's a TA backing him up. Ogre, and then Infested Slardar. So let's see what they can do. They want to force this out.
They find a
Dire's
pick off. They
bottom tower is under
take back a
attack.
little bit here, but they'll
Radiant's
still be in the
middle
neighborhood,
tower
and
is
there's
under
that
attack.
Slider Infest. Smoke up from Liquid. They are looking to make a play, find some openings. There's a lot of save though with Astral as well as Grave on the Dire side.
They find themselves the OD first. He drops, but the axe comes in with a call. Hits it on 3, has to go. Gets the spins going. That is one dunk on the Ogre Mech, and Disruptor died there as well in the meantime. Templar Assassin doing what she can, but the Grave is there, making sure that Pudge doesn't die for the moment. In comes the Blink and the call again from Hester Joe. This Blink doing wonders. And it is Imperial that has only lost, well, it's 3 for 3 right now. They will lose another one though as Mind Control gets the last hit there too. Now Ace. Last one alive for his team. Does he actually want to fight Matsuma, man? That's the question. I don't think he does.
Matu's thinking about it. He's like, I think I can get this kill. I'm not really sure. Can I armor toggle it? Can I not? He's got open wounds. He can feast off the Centaur, but you don't burst Centaur very often in Pro Dota, and that's where I think Matu just had... I think he honestly just had no idea if he could get that kill or not, and just decided, why risk it? It's not worth dying to give Centaur a kill there, and he probably knew best if he could get the kill, so... He backs off, and it's a 4 for 3. Very messy fight. OD was going up the ramp by himself. His teammates who were smoked were off to the right, so he wasn't in range for the Grave, and he couldn't Astral himself. It was just a bit of mispositioning on his part, and unfortunately that means Imperial have a slightly worse team fight. It was a great initiation from Axe, followed up by the Sentinel stun, but not enough for Imperial in the end.
Not enough indeed, and Liquid, they haven't lost a single tower yet. All the tier 1s are down on the side of Imperial, and it's tier 2s that they want next. It feels like they're very safe. I mean, everybody has seen all the hate that Liquid's been getting lately, and it seems like they really just want to make sure that they're doing everything right. Be really careful, you have to calculate it. It's looking pretty good. They're on the same page. It's a good opening.
Yep. It's it's a very stable draft too. There's a very clear game plan with the timings around the Slider Blink, around the synergy between the Slider and the Life Sealer. The TA, perhaps has some overlap where it's just another damage to do more physical damage, but it makes their plan very clear. Lots of physical damage, Blink initiations, Roche control, being able to take down objectives as well, following the kills because of the lifesteal as well as TA's ability to hit buildings very well. So, a very clear overall game plan from the side of Liquid.
Yeah, Roshan is up now as well, and Team Liquid has a good way of taking Roshan, but they will need some pickups before they get it. And it looks like they're gonna get one right now. Oh, I say that, but as the Joe comes in with the call, it might be enough to save the OD, but no, it's not. The glimpse is there, and now Axe is trying to get himself out. Hester Joe is taking a lot of damage. He's gonna try to teleport out there. Grave on Rise as well. He is living. He's the Pudge is the other one to die. There still goes the Dazzle, no surprise there. And they actually blink in and crush. But Miracle, yeah, he's gonna be the one to get the triple kill there rather than
That's a Vanguard Hood Centaur. He looked like paper against that
oh,
damage.
he just melted.
That's why I feel like Centaur, this is a game where you need a Force Staff and a Blink Dagger because you've got to kite the physical damage, and this carry style Centaur, it's the classic Imperial. You see Centaur and you think, this, you know exactly what they're going to do, and it's just bloody annoying to deal with. But this is one of those games where it's been hard counted. This draft as a whole just destroys them.
And they could have swapped it around with the last pick perhaps, but they chose not to, and the Axe is having some nice calls, so Hester Joe is doing a good job with that, but
I mean, that could be a Centaur. It could just be an offlane Centaur initiating fights with a Blink Stun instead of the Axe Blink call. It's not as good as an Axe because it's got a bit of a wind up and cast time to it, and it just doesn't have the best follow-up.
Yeah, and it doesn't farm as fast perhaps either.
Yeah, absolutely. So it wouldn't have been as good of an offlaner, but they could have had a much better overall draft than safe lane farmer, I feel. Picking something, I don't know, again, like I mentioned, the Morphling, the Terrorblade, something with high armor, something that can sustain against the physical damage, or be elusive, survive.
Yep, that's all they need to do. Be elusive and survive. That doesn't sound like a winning strategy.
I mean, you push lanes. Like, that's where Morphling and Terrorblade, it's like you stay alive, don't get ganked, and push lane. Morphling, I think, would have been like a ideal fifth pick for them, but it's not an Imperial hero. These guys are sticking to their guns, which definitely can respect, and you don't want to suddenly be second-guessing yourself in an important event like a Majors qualifier, like changing all your stats. Like, you pick that center to be safe lane, stick to it, I guess, was their logic. But they're just going to make this draft work now. They're going to smoke up and look for their next play, their next maneuver. They're heading down bottom by himself, actually. Has picked up a plate mail, so already we're seeing the change in item build from Ace. Not going in. Normally this is where it goes for the heart. Instead he's picked up a plate mail, so
need some armor. He
straight shivers, I'd say, is probably your best bet. Even a casual plate mail is fine.
Oh, they know that there are people there, but this is a hasted Templar Assassin, and in comes the Blink Crush. Doesn't actually hit anybody. Hester Joe looking for a jump in as well. Ace follow up on the Axe, and that is Templar Assassin down, so they can do that. They're just... There was no counter initiation from Liquid right now.
I mean, Mind Control had already used his Blink Crush, so that was on cooldown. That was absolutely Miracle's perhaps slight mistake going back in, but now Noyes can make mistakes.
Oh, a pretty big one too! It will be one that costs his life.
Yeah.
2 for 2, 1 for 1 rather. 2 heroes died, definitely in favor of Imperial though, but it is actually Team Liquid that wants to go in again. In comes the Axe, looking for the call. Nice static storm. Hits up on 2 heroes. You can't really do that much anymore. Now Man looking for some kills. Almost finds them ahead to Joe. Decides not to chase that down, but the glimpse is there. The glimpse is there, and the crush actually hits on 3 as well. But Man continues eating up heroes. He got himself a double kill. Will lose his ages. Might still be in time for the triple kill if he gets a kill on the Centaur Warrunner. Centaur doesn't have a stun anymore, and that is indeed a triple kill for Man. Now looking for another one. He won't get an ultra kill, but there will be 4 people dead on the side of Imperial, and I say 4, but I mean, Noya was dead at the start. It's just he was already back, so 5 for just 1.
5 for the TA and an Aegis, but that's how you use an Aegis. You win a team fight, get a team wipe. That's the ideal way to go through that, and well, it's going to be an objective to follow it up. The Desolate on Miracle makes this tier 2 tower go down very quickly. And the tier 2 tower up top. Yep,
that's the last 2 outer towers that Imperial has to offer. After that, Liquid is gonna need to try and go high ground already. We're only 22 minutes into the game. Miracle does get a blink away. Tower will get denied at least. That's something that Imperial can... I say that. But Miracle is ready to take that
confidently.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's okay as well. More gold into the pockets of Team Liquid.
And his BKB finished after that ancient camp, so... We'll see item progression galore on the Liquid side. Matu doesn't have to go for the Desolator himself, he can go into the Basher because the Deso's on the TA, they've got lots of minus armor already, and this is just extra lockdown. Perhaps we see an AC on him if he wants to, but I'm not sure that's a necessary item. The lockdown's the key thing, because when he goes on someone, often the Stampede will pull him out and save their life.
I feel like the impact of the Pudge is not really there, unfortunately.
No, it's been a pretty quiet game from Noy. I mean, he's moved around, he's been aggressive, but it's always been like a trade where he dies, maybe a teammate dies and they get one kill. It always feels like a bad trade.
How does this work?
Trade.
He's got 3 kills, 7 assists,
and
but they only have 9 kills.
I don't know. I've been in a few games recently. There wasn't any hero denied this game.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Volvo math again.
God.
Just like the tree counting. I don't trust Valve with their counting system.
Let's see how the trees are looking, guys. 110!
I got 6 minutes to go. We should be good.
I think we are good, yeah.
And not many more trees should go down, you know. The Quelling Blade chopping is stopped. Maybe some TP scrolls here or there will break a few, but that's bad.
Infest. Into the Slark we go again. Mind control. Can he jump on the right target? Yes, he can! Hello, Centaur! Oh my god, look how fast he dies! They don't even have the... Oh!
Ignite, not okay, nothing there.
No, I was gonna say he's okay, but they're not. Oh, the side lanes as well! The TK is also doing wonders at the blade mill! It's just, actually, the blade mill still did quite hurt quite a bit with that physical damage going through. 3 dead so far on Imperial. Baby Knight puts himself under for the moment. There's another super low. Can he jump out in time? No, he cannot. He'll die. That's a team wipe. So that is 24 minutes in, and Team Liquid is looking very dominant and all on the same page.
Outdrafted.
Outdrafted?
Yeah, absolutely. Not Liquid played it well. They've I think outplayed them as well. I mean, Miracle winning the mid lane. They made some really good movements around the map, some great static storms from Bulba. He's also always... The Stampede's not been an effective save and escape because Bulba's always blitzed them back in as well. So we're seeing Liquid play their draft really well and play well together as a team, but the draft to me is still the biggest point. I think the core center of this game, the carry center...
You can't pick it up.
It doesn't work.
It's just not possible.
I don't know, I feel like Imperial... they had the opportunity to change it too. Come 5th pick, they could have said, look, I know maybe Hesajo's never played Centaur in a competitive game. At that point, you have to say, it doesn't matter. We lose this game on draft if we run carry Centaur. We have to run offlane Centaur. And if you're an offlaner and you haven't played Centaur in a pro game, it's not too hard to suddenly play it because it's the same as playing like a Slider or something. You blink, you stun. You initiate a fight. It's a very similar concept.
Blink, you stun. That's what happens.
Mind control is showing you how you do it.
Yeah.
That's how you play Centaur.
And even Poison is actually pretty nice to have when you're playing Lifestealer. They will get the kill on a Lifestealer finally, though. But that is a godlike streak going to Ace. Now, how is he going to transition that gold into damage? Because that's his problem, right? That's his main problem.
He got the Lotus Orb. I guess to get rid of the amp damage, he wanted the Lotus Orb. And it gives him, it's the plate mail item, so it gives him armor. But I think he just goes for a Shiver. I think he gets more armor. Just keep getting armor. Get his Shivers now. He doesn't want to get raw HP because that's what the Lifestealer wants him to do. So the Heart of Tarrasque is always going to be a bad item.
Yeah. You get all the armor items.
Shiver's Guard is your next item, and then after that, AC, get the Shivers and AC, I don't know. A bit too overkill and gimmicky, but who knows?
Nobody else in his team would build the AC, I guess. And they kind of do need one against all this armor reduction.
Huh? I've got some bonus armor from the Weave of Dazzle, but it's still tricky.
Well, Roshan is back up again. At least Liquid will see that soon, as they have the trap down.
Good news for them as far as any of this game goes, and they're up that lane of racks, ready to take another, I imagine, with a good fight.
Yeah.
They've got an AC coming on Miracle, it looks like. Yep, AC recipe.
They do indeed. Centaur, teleporting home. He has to run. He's sitting on 2100 life, but it doesn't really matter how much life he has at this point. He still dies so fast. Like, earlier on, we saw the Lifestealer jump in with the Slardar, and one of the supports, and they didn't even have the minus armor, and they almost killed him anyway.
Yeah, even without the amp, the physical damage is easily high enough that killing tanky centaurs and ODs isn't a problem. They're not reliant on the amp damage. The amp damage just means they die perhaps twice as fast, but it's the difference between killing a hero in 1.5 seconds or 3 seconds. The AC now kicks in, so, well, Imperial, they're kind of faking out, testing the waters around this Roshan. They know it's up. They don't want to go in and get caught. They're hoping that maybe they can catch Liquid inside the pit, but that is not where Liquid are right now.
No, and Imperial is kind of showing that they are not anywhere else.
Liquid see no one defending mid, so they realize that some kind of weird play is going on where they're about to get smoke wrapped around, or the opponents are at Roshan, and they're going to force them back to base. They force the top lane. They're going to make sure that Imperial cannot go for Roshan and also cannot flank them without coming back to defend.
Yep. That is already some teleport there. Axe looking for the blink in. A miracle. Miracle's already gone. No one actually
gets one hit off and blinks out.
Yeah, gets blinked out. Gets astraled actually by his teammate. He didn't even blink out. Just gets set up to death. That was a bit unfortunate. And buys back as well, but the Rex already GG. It's out. That is not endable. I think he tried to astral imprison the Templar assassin.
Yeah,
but
TA made a nice play, like hit the axe, had the refraction up so he could still blink away, and kited him around a bit.
Oh! Well, that will cause some problems in the Valve rankings.
Volvo, please fix.
The Volvo, please fix, because that is not how things are
I guess
supposed
they
to go.
cancelled the GG, I don't know.
Yeah.